Hey vlog, welcome to the void. I just picked up my camera randomly because I'm drawing. What am I, 2 years old? I'm drawing right now. I'm drawing. Can we all agree that that is like kind of an awkward word to say? Drawing. Okay. Anyway, I'm drawing and I was just like in my head, and I literally love when this happens, when you get in the zone and all you're thinking about is your process of what you're doing. So I was in that mindset and thinking about my process, and it really I feel like it's actually really interesting. Okay, I need to just show you the art to explain it. So I've been drawing these like ballpoint pen drawings for like a month now, like these like abstract ballpoint pen. Okay, these don't really count, but like this some of them have pencil too, but these ballpoint pen drawings, they've progressively like changed like as time goes on. But anyway, here's where we're at right now, and I have like this kind of stuff. I've just been drawing it for a while. It's just what my obsession is, just taking a pen and just drawing. My obsession right now anyway. And I definitely do this interesting thing when I draw. This is the first in a series that I'm planning on doing called Little Decorated Areas, because a lot of the times my process is to just like, the first thing I did on this page was write thoughts of the day, confidence is a choice, whatever. I had written this in my notes app like during the day and then came back to write it down because these were just thoughts that seemed really profound to me and were interesting me that day. It was yesterday. And then from there, like I did this line, I just put like a movement line. This is actually one continuous line like this. Let me show you how insane this is actually. I wonder if anyone will care. So I wrote confidence is a choice. I drew these stars next. I think I did the thoughts of the day bubble, which I've been also doing these bubbles that I'm really proud of. I've never drawn like cloud bubbles like this that include like this solid outline and a swirl on the inside. Like I almost always only do swirls or only do points. Does this make sense? Like I never combine points and swirls in a completed shape. This is like the first time I've ever done that. And I was like, damn, this looks sick. Okay, anyway. After I drew these stars, I drew this line, and look, I just want you to like follow this line. This is also something that I've been doing recently, is like just seeing where my arm naturally like goes and the shapes it makes to like feel good, because like your arm gets tired doing this. Like I'm drawing this all in one continuous stroke. Like I'm showing you about the pace that I'm going, and it's tiring. Like I grip my pen really hard, and like I'm pressing on the paper really hard. That's just like the effect that I'm going for. But like all the little motions and stuff are totally just like, that's why it's so easy for me to naturally follow this line right now, because it's just like comes naturally to my arm when going around in a circle like this. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, do. So I made this huge line around the paper, and then from there I just like go in doing random stuff. I could literally explain every single thing, but what I really wanted to explain was this process that I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like explaining it, documenting it, because I am interested in the way that I am drawing right now. It's fascinating to me. So I wrote, how does it feel to move, just in my regular handwriting. And then I came in with my pen and like fattened up each letter individually. Oh, there's a hair on my pen. I wonder if I can just like demonstrate. Like I do this sort of thing a lot. There's just my regular handwriting, and then I'll go in and fatten up the letters. And sometimes I'll do it super consistently, like I have one line weight, like here, I'll do one that's with exactly one line weight. No change whatsoever. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but here it's like pretty even. I'll do some with like really extreme variations in line weight. Like here, oops, fucked up the E. But anyway, even something like that, like there's an extreme difference between the line weight. Like up here it's thick, here it's thin. Okay, whatever. And then some are like more in the middle. Okay, you get the idea. But I never do this together. I always do it separately. So I'll say like, I'm gonna do all of my letters with this line weight here, for example. Okay, I hope that made sense. So for these, I was like, I'm gonna have a little bit of a difference in line weight. The letters are gonna be a little wonky, like the W, for example. There's like a really thin line in the W and some thick lines in the W. And I'm creating rules for myself when I'm doing this. I can have like lines that are this thin, like this is the thinnest possible line. You're not allowed to be thinner than that. And then maybe my thickest is like in the H, like that's as thick as you can go. So those are my rules for the rest of the time. For the rest of the time in this area, those are the rules that I've created and set for myself. I'm like, I'm gonna press with my pen this hard. The lines are gonna be from this thick to this thin only. They're not gonna exceed that. I'm gonna draw at this pace. Like all of these drawings are drawn at the same pace. Like I'm not doing like scribbling and then short. Like I am drawing these all at the exact same pace. That's just like the rule of this area anyway. So you can draw, like first I did the text, followed the rules. Then I drew this little guy and followed the rules. Like there's nothing thicker than this thickness. There's nothing thinner than this thinness. Now, it's a challenge because it's like each drawing I feel like got progressively more difficult to stick to the rules. This one is gonna be really hard. Like this line is really close to this line. Like, am I just gonna leave this line super thin? Like, how am I gonna add variations and keep this little bit of white space? Like, ooh, this is gonna be a tricky area, but like, I do that on purpose to like challenge myself to figure out how I can make the rules fit to like the next drawing. Anyway, so do you have any thoughts about this? I would love people's opinions if they care, or maybe this just like literally made no sense. I am unsure. I tried my best to explain. I hope I didn't leave anything out, but yeah, little decorated areas, like little areas, and then like just to get the big picture, big line, and then going in and individually paying attention to the areas. Obviously it's not done yet. This is like, I just started this yesterday. Here's my most recent addition. But yeah, okay. Okay, so here is where I'm stopping for the day. This is pretty much all. Yeah, I don't think I did anything. I didn't work on any of that today, only this bottom part. And it doesn't look like a lot, but like it takes a long time and it's super strenuous. Like, I mean, maybe that's also an exaggeration, but I have a lot of pen control. I'm pressing into the paper really hard. Like, you see how dented it is. That's just like the only way to get this effect that I want, this like super graphic effect. And I like to do it. I just like to work that way. But yeah, I was like getting down here and like noticing my lines getting wobbly, and I'm like, okay, I need to stop for a sec. I'm trying to draw bits and pieces like throughout a couple of days. Also ignore this coffee stain. Normally I want to finish a drawing in a day. Like I just want to spend all day on it, even if it's not done in one continuous session, but like over a couple different sessions during one day. That's just, you know, because I just want to get it done. But I know that my work is better when it's like spaced out over a couple of days. I have yet to find that sweet spot. I feel like it's probably 4 days of consistency on one piece before, like, after that, it's either done or it's gonna be abandoned. Yeah, I'm stopping here just because I need a break. Maybe I'll work more on it today. But I feel like I do have a good start, and I can, if I do work on it tomorrow and the next day, I think I can finish it and get it to a place where I want it to be. I don't know. Okay. Hello, I'm back working on this, but I'm switching over from pen just because I need a break, like a wrist break, to my purple colored pencil. And when I go in with colored pencil, and Lauren is here drawing too. Hey, Lauren. When I go in with colored pencil, I have to be really careful because I know for a fact I'm not done with my black pen, but anywhere where the colored pencil goes, it's like eliminating an area where the pen can go. Like right now, the pen can go anywhere. I can draw all over everything that's already drawn. I can draw on all the white space, but the pen cannot draw over colored pencil. So this is kind of a more carefully planned out activity, you know, because I have to be thinking in the back of my head, I can't put black pen over the area that I'm coloring. So I don't want to go too hard. I want to be really cautious and conservative with my purple color right now. Okay? Okay, I finished with the purple. Let me show you. Kept it light, kept it easy. But yeah, so usually in these two, I also, oh, thanks, girl.
The Starbucks cream cold back.
I usually want to have like a bigger presence, like either a big like creature or a big, some sort of background or whatever, something to show scale. And I think everything is looking pretty similarly scaled. I have a couple like teeny tiny things, but nothing super grand or super big. And I'm filling up the space quickly, so I'm like, I need to figure out where like my bigger presence is going to reside within this drawing. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, here's my update. It's still the same day, by the way, day 2 of working on this. Now I'm actually stopping, LOL. I need to cut myself off. But here's where it is. It's a difficult drawing. Like there's a couple areas where I'm struggling a bit. I do like it. Like I know that it's gonna be cool. You know, I always make it work. Like there's always a point in the drawing where you're like, do I quit or do I keep going? And I'm gonna keep going. I put a lot of effort into this one and think that it's gonna be cool, and it will be cool. But yeah, there are some areas that are giving me trouble, like this very central area. It's tough. And I remember when I was writing it at the very beginning, just my thoughts of the day, changing up the order in which you do things allows you to learn new ways to efficiently do those things. And that was like a really important, this was an important thing for me to learn. This like idea like really clicked for me, like changing up your routine helps you perfect your routine. Which really, that's such a simpler way to say it. And I think that I wrote it down prematurely. You know what I mean? Like I should have let this thought simmer a little bit more before adding it to this page, because the other ones are really simple, in my opinion. Confidence is a choice, you know, go first. Like, I just really like that. Like, take the initiative, be the one to go up to someone and say hi, raise your hand in class. Not that I'm in class, but like, you get the idea. Like, go first, like, you do it, you can do it. And this one is just so messy, and I think I have this mindset about this central part that's messy, and as I'm drawing, I'm like avoiding it, and it's getting muddy. But also it's all part of the process. Like, I like to just be real. Like, that is what I wrote, and I'm not going to erase it or cover it or whatever. Because it's, you know, at the same time, even though it might not be like the easiest way to say what I'm trying to say, it is the way that I said it, and that's me, and my art is about me. So that's one area. Also, like, I was just looking at this and I'm like, oh, it needs more texture, because like, you know, the line work is pretty flat. There's like some texture in like the pencil areas. You know, there's like some sort of like maybe like gooey soft texture there. Everywhere else is pretty flat. I have a tiny bit of texture over these like scribbled imperfect lines. And so I would like to get a little bit more scribbly in here because I do think it needs it, especially like down in this area. Like all this is super graphic and just a little bit too neat. I'm gonna need to like fuck up some stuff which will be fun, but that's also really scary because once you fuck it up, you can't go back. I'll show you my updates tomorrow. Sorry I'm not recording myself actually drawing. I hate doing it, and so I'm not gonna do it. Hello, YouTube. Hello, vlog. I'm about to draw. I'm actually watching Aaron and Joe react to Love is Blind. I already watched Love is Blind, LOL. Or the episodes that are out anyway. Here's where we're at with this drawing. Oh yeah, I forgot that I gave you guys an update last night, but anyway, I'm gonna try to record my process a little bit right now and see where we end up. I have a work meeting in 53 minutes, so I'm gonna give myself like 30. Okay. Damn, I do not feel like working over here right now. I'm like going against what I feel like doing. And like my pencil is like freshly sharpened. Like I need to like dull it down a little bit. Ugh, like making these really harsh lines that I don't want. Honestly, I think I'm frustrated because there's other shit that I need to be doing. Oh man, maybe I just need to let myself be frustrated and just like scribble. Like there's no going back after pressing this hard, bro. Oops. I said I needed to fuck some stuff up on here too. Like, is it time? Is it scribble time? Ugh, I'm so annoyed. Scribbling over all this crap. Okay, I actually love that. Okay, I don't want to do too much because I want this area down here to be pretty empty. You know what? Let me put the pencil down because that's really making me annoyed. This part, I just wanted to completely fill in. I was looking at it yesterday and I was like, I cannot stand this. I'm PMSing right now, which like, I think I make really good art when I am PMSing because my emotions are so extreme, but like so real. And it's just, I don't know, it's the best time to make art, or it's a really good time for me to make art. It makes me just feel so alive. And what's another? I had another thought because like last night I was laying in bed like feeling unproductive, even though I had like a really productive day. And I was trying to like a lot of the times I'm spiraling because I know there's things I need to be doing. I get really hung up on the order in which I'm doing stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to say besides that. Like, the order in which I do things is really important to me. Like, I'm thinking about that a lot, for better or for worse. That's just like my personality and how I am. Like, maybe one day I'll try to change that, but and analysis paralysis. I'm like, oh, should I do this first? What is more of a priority? Like, should I work on this stuff before this stuff? Like, what is more important? It's like hard for me to decide what things are most important to get done, like, should I work on paying these bills? Should I work on cleaning? Should I work on stuff that's fun for me? Should I work on this stuff for my family? It's like, it's hard to prioritize all these things that I view as equally important. Like, money is equally as important as other stuff, like home cleanliness or whatever the topic is. And yeah, I have trouble figuring out what my priorities are. Maybe I don't even have trouble with it, but I just am under the impression that I do have trouble with it, and it really eats me up. And so, yeah, I was like, what do I need to do? I feel like I have so much to do. I don't have time in the world to do everything. Like, nobody does. And so I'm struggling, like, with figuring out what the hell I need to do. But then I was trying to, like, figure out some sort of affirmation that would, I'm trying to feel the feeling of, like, relief of getting things done. Like, that feeling needs to be the feeling that motivates me. It feels so good to get things done. I feel proud of myself when when I'm in, when my needs are being met, you know what I mean? Financially, emotionally, whatever. And so the affirmation that I came up with was, I'm doing everything that I need to do. And I wrote it because I was saying it over and over and over to myself. I am doing everything that I need to do. Because that takes the pressure, like, just feeling that, and I was really feeling it. Like, when you can say, I'm confident as much as you want, but actually feeling confident, like feeling that feeling in your chest, like that pride in your chest, that sureness, that sense of safety, like all the things that make feeling confident feel the way that it feels. Just confidence as an example. Like, feeling it is different than saying it. And I mean, I don't know if anyone else is like this. I have a lot of trouble feeling things, I say a lot of shit, but actually feeling it is a totally different story. I was saying, I'm doing everything that I needed to do. I'm doing everything that I need to do over and over and over again until I was feeling what that feels like just that feeling of, it doesn't even matter if you know what you need or not, but when you feel like you're getting shit done, you know what I mean? Like, you feel accomplishments, you feel that weight, like some kind of weight coming away from your shoulders. And I was just laying in bed, like, feeling that feeling. It felt so good. I felt relieved. I felt proud. I felt motivated. I felt determined. Like, there were all these feelings that came with this affirmation of, I'm doing everything that I need to do. And yeah, taking the pressure off. Like, so I don't okay, what am I saying? I don't always know what I need. You know what I mean? It's hard to know. Sometimes you don't know, and that's that. You aren't going to know what you need until you either don't get the need met and then realize in hindsight, oop, I really needed that. Or you do get the need met and you're like, oh, that felt great. Like, I'm so happy that need got met. And that's how you figure out what your needs are. And yeah, like, I'm always trying to figure out, prioritize, like, what do I need? Like, what do I need to do? What, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I'd rather just sit in that feeling of being confident and knowing that no matter what, I'm going to do what I need to do. I trust myself. I always do. I always end up doing what I need to do. I always end up surviving. I always, I always make it work no matter what, even if I fail or what the hell ever, have to learn a tough lesson, I'm always doing what I need to do. So yeah, I am always doing what I need to do. And I just need to, like, remember that and keep that in the back of my mind. Like, don't worry, I'm doing everything that I need to do. And I feel like my brain knows what I need. And if I feel like I'm doing everything that I need to do, I will do everything that I need to do, if that makes sense. Let me put a heart right here. Yeah, anyway. Hey vlog, I'm sitting in the train station in Cordoba because I spent the day here, got the day off. I'm actually in the cafe in the train station, but I worked on my drawing today. And here it is. I added some super purple into it. And I actually am liking it. I feel like it might be done. Like, I'm kind of feeling done with it. Like, I want to move on to other things. What I really need to do is get it out of my sketchbook and then stick it on the wall, look at it from far away, and see if it needs anything. That's what I'll do when I get home. Hi vlog. I finished the drawing, or I'm deciding that it's done. For the most part, I just took it out of my sketchbook and stuck it on the wall, so let's look at it. It's kind of dark in here. Should I turn on the light? I also have this like hideous light. I mean, it does kind of help. Let me tape this down a little better too. I like to tape my art up onto the wall when I'm done with it, or when I think I'm done, because I can like take a step back and really, damn, this wall is like so big and so boring. I can take a step back and really see the composition. I like to imagine that it's like in a gallery, and like if I was walking by this piece of work from this distance, like would I approach it? It's a little bit off balance. Like this side gets really dark, which that happens a lot in my artwork when I'm doing these types of drawings in my sketchbook, because on this side of the drawing is where like the spiral, like where this, I ripped it from here. So you can see how like I have this empty space, you know? So from my perspective in my sketchbook, it was a little bit more balanced, because in the same way that this edge has some empty space, this edge also had some empty space. But ripping it out, it's kind of like you cut that empty space off. But I kind of like that. I'm trying to just like leave it, you know, like, and trust my feeling that when I'm done, I'm done. I don't need to continue balancing it out. I need to just like feel this feeling of being done and actually be done. I don't want to overwork it. I'm gonna do some like minor edits. Here, do you want to see it closer too? I'm gonna do some minor edits in Photoshop and yeah, get it looking really nice digitally. But I think this is a really cool piece. I feel like the far away view is interesting enough, and I feel like when you approach, like, I feel very satisfied with what I'm able to see when I approach it closer. So I'm happy with it. I'm ready for the next one. I discovered a lot during this one, and I'm ready. And yeah, I'm excited about it. I hope you all like it too. Let me bring it into Photoshop. I'm gonna do that right now. I don't have like a scanner or anything like that. I literally just take a picture of it as best as I can with my phone. So I mean, it's not like the clearest picture ever, but I think it looks pretty good. I think my phone takes pretty good pictures. I don't know. And I don't use the flash for whatever reason. Like, you would think using the flash would make the picture come out a lot clearer, but it absolutely does not. But anyway, I just have all these like filters on because I'm editing it. This is kind of what it looks like when you bring it in. Like, it's a yellowy paper. I brought in the picture, and then I'm using the skew tool, edit, transform, skew, to just get my corners where I want them to be. Like, I'm not putting any margin or whatever. This is like my actual artwork, my actual image, and I can print it with a white margin if I want to. And then I just, you know, I'm going back and forth, like looking over here, looking on the computer to make sure that my colors look correct. Like, it's super yellow right now. And I've already done some editing. It's looking a little bit too blue now. Like, some of my blacks are coming out blue, so I'm gonna just keep fiddling with it. There's literally no rhyme or reason to what I do. I just play with all of the different settings in the little circle thing. I don't even know what this is called in Photoshop. But yeah, all of these, mostly like the brightness, the levels, saturation, color balance, those types of things to get it looking in the way that this, like, that the real one looks. If not a little bit better, you know what I mean? I might bump up the contrast a little bit and make some minor color adjustments, but yeah. That's it. Here it is. I'm standing over to the side so that I can put it on the screen. Yeah, I really like it. I like how it turned out. I'm proud of it. I'm putting it up on imprint, so if you want it, you can buy a print of it. But what I really should do is like find a place in person that I can go make prints of my stuff. Because I would love to have a little series of like postcards or something that I can send to people, first of all, or sell at like an art market or something. I don't know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun working on this. I would love to hear your thoughts on the artwork. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Don't worry about hurting my feelings, not possible. But also, if you are an artist and you want me to look at your art, like, that sounds amazing. I love watching art YouTubers and would love to just have a little art chat. Yeah, or let's collab or whatever. Exciting stuff. Okay, I hope you guys all have a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next video.